Boys and girls, welcome to part 2 of lesson 8. If you are currently on part 2, please make sure you have done part 1 before you go on to do this lesson. So in part 1, we did talk about the word equal, and equal means having the exact same size. So in part 1, you were organizing shapes based on whether they showed equal parts inside or unequal parts inside. And from what I saw, a lot of you did a really good job with that. So now we're going to take it a step further. So there are 3 new vocabulary words for this lesson. The first one is halves. And when we have halves, that means we have 2 equal parts. So as you see, this circle is in halves, 2 equal parts, and this square is also showing halves, 2 equal parts. Now we're going to move on to thirds. Think of the word third. That means number 3. So thirds are 3 equal parts, as you see in this circle. 3 equal parts, and same with this rectangle over here. And then we have fourths. In the word fourth, we have the word 4, so therefore it is 4 equal parts. And also these 2 shapes are showing you 2 different shapes that have 4 equal parts. So we have halves, which are 2, thirds, which are 3, and fourths, which are 4. The first part of the lesson, I'm asking you to arrange these triangles to fit perfectly inside of this hexagon. And I know it's a hexagon because it does have 6 sides. So you're going to do your best to try to fit them in. It won't be perfect because I couldn't quite get them to get in here perfectly, but it'll be pretty close. So you're just going to kind of manipulate them to fill in their hexagon, and then you're going to type how many equal parts there are. For the actual part of the lesson, I do have this little cheat sheet at the top, and they're showing you that these are halves, these are thirds, and these are fourths. So the directions for this part is to look at each shape, type the number of equal parts, and then the name of the equal parts. So I did the first one for you. I looked at the shape and I see that there are 2 parts that are the same size, so 2 equal parts, and I know that 2 means there are halves. For number 2, I see there are 1, 2, 3, so I put that there are 3 equal parts for you. You need to type what that name is. And then for number 3, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. You're going to write the name of those parts, and then you're going to do it on your own for 4, 5, and 6. And I do have a little word bank here for you so you know what to write on that bottom line. You're going to do the same thing for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, just like the previous slide. Alright, for this one, I'm keeping this cheat sheet at the top just so you can reference it in case you're not sure what halves, thirds, and fourths, what they look like. So the directions for this part are to drag to show halves. So on the bottom there are 3 circles. You're going to pick which one shows halves, drag the shape into this box, and you're going to complete the sentence with how you know it's halves. This says, I know the parts are halves because you're going to prove how you know that is halves. And then for the final part of the lesson, it's a very similar concept to what you just did previously, but this time you're going to drag shapes to show fourths in 3 different ways. So over here I have 8 different squares that all are showing different parts. So your job is to find the ones that are showing fourths in 3 different ways. And then on the bottom, you're going to explain how you know that those are fourths. Remember, in order to be a fourth, or a third, or a half, they have to be equal or the same size. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson.